It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Vikings and the Giants. And it comes your way next.
The unmistakable New York skyline to the east. And we are across the river on the Jersey side at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. It's the start of a new season in the NFL. Welcome to our first Sunday in 2024 with football. Mike Tirico, my partner this year, Greg Olsen. Greg, so excited to be with you and so excited about Week 1. You build it up, you talk about it for 6 months, but when it arrives, man, it feels so good.
And it's really the only week of the entire season, Mike, where all 32 teams are all dreaming the same thing. Playoffs, Super Bowl hopes. This was the best offseason any of them have ever had. And on top of that, it's the excitement and the hope in these stadiums. Every fan base in the NFL thinks that this is their year, and Week 1's getting off to a hot start, and I know both you and I are looking forward to being along for the ride.
And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Not what you want to see quarter 1 of Week 1. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. The man who traded green and gold for Viking purple, it's Aaron Jones. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
Well, it's hard to imagine starting a game much better than that. Great play design. You can tell all week they love that play to start the game, and, man, you can see why.
McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. That's into the hands of Aaron Jones. With that, we'll give you a look at the draft class from this past April, and obviously anytime you select a quarterback with your first pick, he's going to steal most of the headlines. But this organization feels like they were able to add some other foundational pieces in the selections that follow. A give to Jones, heading right. There he goes, inside the 30. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. A big play for Minnesota, 33 yards.
We had a feeling coming into the game that they were going to get this guy plenty of touches, and you can see from this early success why. The defense is going to have to make some adjustments here because they have had no answers thus far.
They'll run it here with Jones. Down to the 4, it'll be 2nd and goal. Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Minnesota. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Reichard, good with the extra point. And the Vikings have their first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season opener. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. On the return, it is Tyrone Tracy. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Giants led out by their quarterback, Daniel Jones. Here he is. It's year 6 in the NFL. He was the 6th overall pick back in 2019 out of Duke. And Jones still at the helm for the Giants.
There's just something special about Week 1, isn't it, Mike? I mean, after months of anticipation, speculation, it finally hits you. The season has arrived. This is the first time where we're going to get to see a lot of the debuts of players on new teams, new coaches, rookies taking the field for the very first time in a meaningful game.
And he's going to take this one all the way. 74 yards. Touchdown, Giants. For Neighbors, the 6th overall pick. That's his first NFL touchdown. Well, that was a pretty easy touchdown. He was wide open, Greg. Easy chance to close the deal, and they do with a touchdown.
And, Mike, it just appears to me that's just a breakdown defensively. You can't allow a receiver to not only be so open it's an easy pitch and catch, but then to have the space to operate after the catch to finish that one off in the end zone.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This taken in at the 8-yard line. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Vikings offense ready now for their second drive. They'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. And it'll bring up 2nd down. On the give, it's Jones. That was some good downhill running to get it about 6 yards and set up a much more manageable 3rd down. Now McCarthy. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a 1st down with that catch.
And it doesn't really matter who you put on him, Mike. When you want to play one-on-one man coverage against a receiver like this, there's not a whole lot else you can do. It's hard to put help over the top because the ball's being thrown out by the sidelines. I like playing in and out. I like playing zones. Somebody underneath, somebody over the top. Share the responsibility. But that's not what they're doing. That's straight man coverage. Quarterback sees the matchup. There's no question where the ball's going to go.
On 1st down, here's McCarthy. He'll go right back to Jefferson. They connect again. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. It's been a busy 1st quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. And his great first half on the ground continues, and this is one of those guys that when he gets in the groove, it seems like it's an 8-yard run, a 10-yard run, and all of a sudden a 15-yard chunk play, one after another.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. To the outside, it's looked in by Addison. And he's into the end zone. Jordan Addison, touchdown Vikings. Riker now to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Vikings will move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Tracy now to return it. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Giants offense ready for their second possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Here's the man signed from Houston. It's Devin Singletary. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. That's Andrew Van Ginkel in on the tackle. They'll come up on a second down and 8. Shotgun now for Jones. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now third down comes up.
So the receiver does everything right except for the most important part. He runs a nice route, he creates great separation downfield, but now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. We've got an injury on the field. Oh, it's Daniel Jones, no stranger to being injured. Not what you want to see quarter one of week 1. First and 10. Ready. From the gun, it's locked. That's going to be caught by Darius Slayton. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down. So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. 14-7 is our score. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. Singletary now on first and 10. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass, unmask the defense, and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Lock out of the shotgun. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
Complete to Devin Singletary. An 8-yard gain. It's fourth down.
On fourth down, the veteran Graham Gano for the Giants field goal try. This is going to be from 53 yards out. Gano's kick is good. And the Giants are back within 4 at 14-10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
To return, it's Brandon Powell. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense and Jordan Addison getting ready to get back on the field. So this next drive about to get going, we remind you, coming up later tonight, the regular season premiere of Sunday Night Football. It's a good one. Playoff rematch, Stafford against Goff, the Rams and the Lions from Ford Field. That's at 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow, we wrap up week 1 with Monday Night Football. Aaron Rodgers gets another shot at a Monday opener. The Jets and Niners from Santa Clara, 8:15 Eastern, 5:15 West Coast time. Here's a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Jones. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. From the gun, here's McCarthy. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself in your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. This one into the hands of Powell. And he will go all the way. Brandon Powell. Touchdown, Minnesota. And this show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Will Reichard now on for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Vikings are out to a 21-10 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Tracy now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's the Giants offense. Now they get set to take over once more. They look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a 1st down. That's taken in. What a catch by Neighbors.
Let's go.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back with more on this opening week after this. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Ready.
To throw is locked. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now Locke. That's caught left side by Bellinger. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Open man, that's Slayton. They get 12 yards on that pass. 1st down, Giants.
And really the key to this play was just how fast he was able to get through his progressions. His mind was able to process and go from 1 to 2 to 3 so quickly that he was able to get the ball to the right target on time. And I think so often those two things are different. Being open is one thing. Being open and getting the ball on time, that's what leads to success. And that's what we saw here.
On 1st down is Locke. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate.
And he'll take it on in. Darius Slayton. Touchdown, Giants. Gano for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Giants are back within 4. It's 21-17. Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. To throw, it's McCarthy. Open man, downfield, it's Hawkinson. A nice throw by the rookie out of Michigan. It's going to be good enough for a 1st down.
This is a great look here, Mike. When you have a very versatile tight end, the ability to move him around, he's like the ultimate chess piece. In this snap, he's lined up in the slot, typically more where like a wide receiver would align, but his ability to get downfield and use that big body, when you're going against these zone defenses, oftentimes that's the vulnerability of the coverage. The ball was on time, the ball was accurate, and then his big tight end, he just did the rest.
Back to the outside, and he's got Jefferson. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get the 1st down there, a pickup of about 5 yards. That's a 2nd charge timeout for Minnesota as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this 1st half. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's McCarthy. That is hauled in at the 5. And he is going to be out of bounds. It is a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's 1st and goal.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is 1st down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early 1st down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike, touchdown, field goal. But either way, I'm coming away with points.
To throw is McCarthy. It is brought in the end zone. Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Vikings. He has done it again. That is 4 touchdown passes in his first half. Greg, he might skip halftime with the way he's performing right now.
Yeah, Mike, this passing attack is just really unstoppable. I mean, it is just remarkable the success he's been able to have. We're not even at halftime yet. He finds himself on record pace. I can't wait to see what he does the rest of this game.
Riker now to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Vikings add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Tracy now to return it. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Giants offense going to take over just before the half. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Clock to throw. He'll let it fly. Deep ball for Slayton. And that'll be in and out of his hands. It's incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And now it's going to be 3rd down. Here's Locke. Taking the deep shot here with Robinson. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome to the Madden family for you and Greg. And to you at home as we take you around the NFL here on NFL Kickoff Weekend 2024. We'll get our tour started out at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And it's the Titans on top as that one draws close to halftime. DeAndre Hopkins, a touchdown reception. From there, we head down south to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Falcons locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Jalen Hurts, 2 touchdown passes as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Tracy now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Giants offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They'll start out first down and 10.
Okay, here we go.
Working from the gun, it's Jones. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage. We see quarterbacks do that all the time, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make...
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Bynum. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. Now, after the interception, we have an injured player to look at. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. Here's first and 10. Up the middle, here's Jones. And a nice gain there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards.
Let's go now.
They run it once more with Jones. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. And it's a gain of 19 to the 19-yard line.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half, and he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
Throwing here on first and 10 is McCarthy. And he'll be taken down. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over. Now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal?
Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the play, but a real solid gain on first and goal. Here now, second down and goal. Again, it'll be Jones. Powering forward. He's in. Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Minnesota. That his 2nd touchdown now here in the season opener. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Next to score, Vikings 35, Giants 17.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Tracy now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Giants offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on first and 10.
Here we go.
The gun, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, Just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Here we go, hey.
Up the middle. Here's Singletary. And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here we go, hey.
Back to throw is Jones. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
By Gary Tillery. A loss of 9. Brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, it's hammer time. The Scottish hammer. Jamie Gillen on to kick as he's on here to punt this one away. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. Here comes the rookie out of Michigan, J.J. McCarthy, heading out for the next Vikings possession. And he's been as good as advertised. Take you through some of the highlights. 4 touchdown passes, on point with his receivers right throughout, and continuing to master running and executing this offense. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. This is Jones. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst, they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Ready up.
McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Well, they had such a great first half throwing the football. There's no reason to think, Mike, coming out here for the start of the 3rd, that anything's going to change. He's picked up right where he left off, and the numbers are indicative of just how well he's played.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second and a yard. He runs straight ahead with Jones. And he's going to get the first down. He is up past the 35-yard line.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
They'll go back to Jones on 1st down. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Now, after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. Second and 7.
Let's go.
They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. He'll let this go. Deep for Jefferson. And this will be incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. And it's going to bring up third down. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. He's got his man. It's Jefferson.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
Now Jones. Not a whole lot there as he'll get to midfield, and that's all. A run. It's Jones. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes third down.
Let's go now.
Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. He's got his tight end, Hawkinson. They get 18 on that one. First down, Minnesota.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on third down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball. Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
On the handoff, Jones. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That one good for 13. First down, Minnesota.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Now a handoff, Jones. And he'll get this ahead, gain of about 4, and it leads to third down. McCarthy from the gun here on third down. That is caught back corner of the end zone. T.J. Hawkinson. Touchdown, Vikings. Greg, what a great play called down there, using the size of the tight end. You've been there. That's a really difficult play to pull off.
And I can promise you, Mike, they spend a lot of time all week working on this very play. They go down in the red zone, and they talk through it. They walk through it. He understands he's got that big body tight end. Use all of that space to the outside. Keep the ball away from the defender. And it's the trust knowing that your guy is going to keep those feet in bounds and come down with 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Tracy now to return it. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The home team's offense ready to take over once again. Things not looking good, but see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Shotgun now for Jones. He'll get that complete. Right side, it's Bellinger. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Half jumbo, half jumbo. Up and go.
Jones. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Now a timeout. Giants, that is their second. To stop it here with 1:07 on the clock.
Here we go. Up and go.
Jones to the air again. He'll take a shot here. Back in the end zone.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot to get his hands on the ball and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. Hey, Greg, this has been something to watch. Let's go through some of these highlights. Touchdown after touchdown after touchdown.
And this is one of those games where dreams are reality, Mike, and you just can't ever predict when you're going to have a game like today, where just every play call, every ball that you throw, every option that you have downfield is wide open and productive. It's pretty incredible, the ability for them to continue to have their way with this defense, because barring some sort of change from this secondary where they come up with some answers, I don't even think they're done scoring just yet.
They go down to a knee, and that's the way to start the new campaign. 1 game, 1 win here in this season opener. So it is a win for our visitors, the Vikings. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.
You say my look good.